Let's go back to track. Right. See if we get people rejoin. Right, Nick, assume you're the first one there. Can you just let us know if you can hear me and Johnny? So who is this Al Delamere?
He's quick, and I think it's
Lewis, okay. Lewis Delamere. To be a second up on Scott, Mike, Apex.
Yeah,
that's pretty quick. Excellent, they can hear us both now. Right.
I need to have a look.
Let's see who is coming up for a lap.
I suppose good because we can look at different people and talk about different things.
I'm in the lobby, so I've got the spectator, so I'm just flicking between.
Yeah, I've joined the lobby too. So.
Okay.
I think that's right. So 7 drivers in each team.
Yes, that's right. Yes, there is space. Excellent. Cool. So we can both keep an eye on what's going on. If you spot anything,
so
let me know and I'll talk to it.
Haven't we? We've got a Trax P1, MRL P2.
Yeah. Interesting. I was expecting to see Mike further up there. I'd have had money on him.
Second, quite a big gap.
Yeah. It's like the Trax boys trying to help each other round in the tow. Tom running a little bit wide there, followed by Crafty, Delamere. Almost formation flying. So we've got a big...
Mike's out on his own, Apex is out on his own.
Oh, MRL, what are we doing? Doesn't look like we're playing the tactical game like Trax are. They must be confident. So let's have a look and see what order we've got at the minute. So currently on pole we've got Al Delamere of Trax, followed by Mike of MRL. So he's put it in, he's only 0.35 behind. Then we've got Scott of MRL, Apex of MRL, CCFC of MRL, then Kay Flynn of Trax, Crafty of Trax, Tom of Trax, Ben of Trax, Chinny of Trax, and then we've got Wolf Boys and Omen from MRL. So looks like we've got groups of people. Mike will be looking to hang on to Al Delamere, that's for sure, and then what it looks like we might see is 2 other groups forming where the close racing will be. So it's going to be interesting.
Mike ends up doing a good lap, not quite good enough to get the gap down to 3 tenths.
Yeah. Mike will be disappointed with that, I'm sure, but it's close.
Yeah, he's going to want it pole.
Unless
P2 round here is not so bad.
I was going to say P2 coming down this straight. He might have the lead going into the twisty stuff. Could have been a tactical second place. I don't think so.
We'll say it is.
Yeah.
A big gap for Apex.
Yeah. I was saying earlier that he's somebody who likes the sprint format, and even in endurance races, he races them like he sprints from pit stop to pit stop. So I thought this format would suit him.
For sure. What is it, 30-minute race?
15, I think. This is a flat out sprint, and then the next race in the WRX is reverse grid, 30-minute mandatory pit stop. So it looks like we're just waiting for the timer to tick down, and then the grid will form up. It'll be all go.
Got to be happy with that. P5.
Yeah, that's not a bad result, is it?
Good lad. Yeah.
Looks like Chinny pipped him at the end.
Oh.
So look at this. So it's close between Al Delamere and Mike. There's a big gap to Chinny, but then what are we looking at? Second between third and sixth, and then it's very, very tight. 6 down to, oh then, there's not a lot in it. 6 down to 10th is very, very close.
Tom Hockley, team captain down in P9. I'm sure he'll have wanted a bit more than that.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely more capable than that result from what I've seen of him on the Monday night. Omen as well. That seemed like not a result that he's capable of, but we'll see. I'm sure they are all want better results than what they've posted.
Here we go then. What a good start, Mike's tucking into the turn.
Rolling start, we're off. And Mike's right there.
See how he'll settle in down the straight.
Is Mike going to be brave around the outside? He's gone for it.
Going 2 by 2.
He's not going to be able to. Oh, Chinny's giving him a little touch.
Chinny's out.
Gathered it up. So I'm getting caught up in that. Oh, what's happened there?
Vinny's been spun out.
Will we see somebody wait?
I think Apex might have tagged him a little bit there.
Possibly a racing incident, maybe, or was it Omen that tagged him? Not sure. Let's get back up front and see what's going on. So Al Delamere almost 6 tenths ahead, not far off breaking the toe already. Scott hanging in there. So these boys might run line astern for a little while.
Away slightly.
Let's get back.
Tom's managed to get himself up to 5th. I think he started 7th.
So we've got a battle of the Trax boys. Who would you expect to be ahead in this battle? Is it sensible for Chinny to let Tom by, or?
Not too much strategy going on fuel wise, so he doesn't really need to sit behind him too long.
Tom's just not giving him much room. It's all just, looks like people are racing for themselves at the moment.
Chinny's got himself a half a second penalty there.
First lap down relatively clean. Just one driver
hanging on.
2 drivers slightly off the back. The front 3 pulling away. Tom, bit of a gap there. So where are the battles? We've got Crafty, Chinny, and Bish hunting down Ted Trax drivers. Come on, Bish.
No bias going on here.
Oh, not at all, mate. Not at all. Oh, Spen and Apex going side by side. This is going to get tasty. Who's going to break latest? Oh, Apex. It's giving him the room. Spen's giving Apex the room. Flynn's trying to take advantage. Oh, superb racing. Oh!
He's lost it. And he makes it on the grass.
No!
Oh, he's lost it.
Ah. Can't park there, Chinny. Apex down in 9th. Right, should we go and have a look and see what the leaders are doing and what the gaps are? So, still in 6 tenths.
6 tenths.
Mike hanging in there.
Scott's struggling at the minute, but just about hanging on. Going to be out to go.
Also, we've definitely got a race on our hands.
I've got himself up to 3-second gap. He's got a bit of work to do.
Just got to be keeping his eye on that delta. So how are they driving these cars? Are they revving it all the way out? Looks like they are.
Don't really need to manage much.
For some cars, they're quicker, aren't they, when you short shift? So I wasn't sure what the best way to drive this one was. Sounds like a car that'd have a lot of torque. Mike sticking in the fastest lap there with a 2:27.2. This is going to be an interesting run. Is he close enough? Let's watch that time. He's coming down. I think once he gets 0.4. Probably these Group 4s, they don't benefit quite as well from the slipstream like the Group 3s do. It's going to be a bit of a lunge if he does it on the brakes. He's thought better of it.
Decided to stay put, stick on the bumper, have to go next to that.
Yeah. You've only really got a couple of passing places round here, haven't you? You need to be right there. So we'll follow these for a lap. Looking at the track map, there's yeah, the bunches are there that we've predicted. Seem to have a couple. Sprint 3. Yeah, Scott dropping off now.
Crafty's on the back of Tom, his teammates. Let's see how they play this out.
Yeah, Tom's not pulling away, is he? But they seem to have both dropped Bish a little bit.
He's there, I see 1.3. He's got a bit of work to do to get back in the toe, get pulled along.
Yeah. Crafty and Tom don't want to be battling each other. Save that until maybe the last couple of laps.
Send it into the bus stop.
Any moves going? Oh, Mike's looking for a move on the outside. What's he going to do? Is he going to try the cutback? It's so hard to get a good exit out there.
Oh, Lewis at the front, got himself a half a second penalty.
Oh, I didn't spot that.
Very interesting. It'll be very costly there.
Yeah. We'll stick with these. We'll see if Mike's going to go for it. Or I think he'll want to, because if he can get ahead, Lewis takes that penalty. Otherwise, he could still be in Mike's slipstream.
Who's in the chat on the stream? Who do you think's going to win, Lewis or Mike? What have you got? The penalty line's not for the back straight, is it?
Right. Well, Mike's thought better of it. Okay, let's run through the back of the field then and see how they're getting on. So there's Vinny. Not having the greatest of races by the looks of it, 9 seconds off, but this will back in pole for the next race.
Nick in the chat saying Mike, obviously.
Omen just dropped off the back of CCFC. See ACFC a bit of a gap to Chinny. What's happened to Chinny? Because he was up with Tom. Looking like he's got some damage on the car. So we've got a real ding dong here between Chinny, Wolfboys and Flynn. Oh, we're going to see a move. He's got the run. Flynn's left him space. Very good, very good.
Get back in that tote. See what we can do on the straight.
Right. Mike's about to take the lead. Mike now feeling the pressure that he's led.
Decent gap, 6 tenths, so we can keep it there.
Just needs a good exit. Oh, not the exit you wanted, no. He's the master at finding a way to win a race though.
Good exit there.
So it's coming back down already.
Needs to keep it smooth now. He's got a bit of a gap in front and behind. Needs to bring it home.
Absolutely flat out. Through Revision Rally on. He should have enough of a gap to stay ahead. Okay. Let's leave them to it for a little while. Scott still on his own. Big gap to Tom now. Scott just needs to keep this on the black stuff, and that could be a fantastic result for him.
Can't quite get that gap down, it's still sitting at 1.3.
Tom's done well to make up places from his grid position.
He's got himself a half-second penalty, that's going to bring Bish back in the game.
See if Bish can...
Yeah,
that's going to be side by side. If Crafty's stays on the racing line and makes Bish go round him, see how much of a gentleman he is. Just keeping an eye on the track map. Mike and Lewis still very, very close.
Alan, the gap's 1.7 at the minute, so he's got some work to do, but it is coming down. 1.5.
She's pushing. We'll just stay with this battle. Mike's still leading. She's dropped off a bit. I don't know if he's done enough. Crafty's staying on the racing line. He's going to have the overspeed. But Crafty's parked the car on the apex. Bish is going to have to go around the outside. This is going to be tough. I think he's done enough. Superb driving by Crafty there.
Good exit here. Crafty's all over the place on the exit.
Oh, has he got him? Oh, I think he's just done enough. That was a superb move by Bish.
Not done yet though. We'll have to see where they are at the end of this straight.
Let's jump on board with Crafty. In the toe, and he is very close. Under a quarter of a second, you'd expect him to be leading when we get to the next corner. Mike's going to have to defend this. Side by side, it's who's
the late breakers. Bish goes
Bish he's made the apex though.
Well done, Bish.
That's great racing, that is, boys. Well done. Let's take a look at what Spen's up to. Spen, reasonable gap.
keeping that at 1.8.
Apex looks like he's made a place up. Apex seems to be bringing that gap back down. It's just, have we got enough time?
We've
I
missed
think
something at the front. Lewis has got himself back in front. Don't know if it was a mistake or a
looks like an overtake.
or a move.
Can Mike respond? Superb racing from these two at the front. Class of the field at the moment. It's going to be very interesting watching them come through from the back in the next race.
How many laps is this race?
I believe this is 15 minutes, so we're probably going to get one more lap.
Last lap.
Oh, there was a mistake there. Oh, there was definitely a mistake from Lewis there. That was his opportunity, and he's dropped out of slipstream. Oh, he'll be kicking himself for that. That could be race over. Right.
He's going to catch him by the end of the straight. Right.
Looking like last lap, so we'll hang with these. Been an amazing race between the pair of them.
The guys from right onwards didn't make it past, so they're done. Apex got himself through. He's now half a second behind Spen.
Mike's right on Lewis. He is pushing him 0.2 behind. He'll be thinking about where he's going to send it.
Crafty and Bish are 2 by 2.
Oh,
Crafty goes in late. He's made a move.
Too much action on the last lap.
Crafty's got himself past Bish.
Oh wow! I think the plan is to use the replay to put another stream together. So hopefully we'll be able to catch all of this action.
See this last lap action going on. Bish is right on his bumper.
I'm going to stick with the Mike and Lewis. There's still 0.4 between them. Mike's going to have to drive super smooth through these last few corners. He's pulled the gap back a little bit. You know he's going to try something on this lap.
Wide, Bish is on the inside. He's made the move. He's got himself through. Go on, Bish. 5th place.
Oh, Mike's a little bit wide. Mike on the fastest lap so far. Purple. Well, 0.16. I don't think he's close enough. It's going to take a mistake or a dive.
Bish can hold on to this place here.
No, he's not close enough. He's not close enough. Unless there's a mistake. He's gonna. Oh, he's got to run. Wow! What a race! What a race!
Back to Bish. We're going into the last corner. Bish is in front. Crafty
Where is
breaks
he?
late. Bish holds the line. Needs the exit.
Has he got the run? Has he got the run?
I think he's done it. I think he's done it.
Oh, so close. Ah, I'm losing him. Race over. What a great race.
Lewis from Mike.
God, battles all the way through the field. That was so hard to try and keep up with the action. Oh my God. Clean, respectful racing though. But ultimately, Lewis Delamere taking the win from Mike. Nose to tail as they cross the line. Superb racing from the pair of them. Scott, a little bit of a lonely third, but I think he'll be happy with that.
Great driving, kept it clean.
Yeah.
Managed to gap Tom, made a few places, started in 7th or 8th.
Let's have a look in the chat, see what everybody thought of that.
I can't believe it, Shane. 100,000 viewers, come on.
Yeah, 12. We're pushing for 50k. Right, save that replay.
So is this next one reverse grid then, is it?
Yeah, this will be reverse grid, so it might well have taken a picture. I believe what he's probably going to do is start a new lobby.
Can't.
Sounds like Johnny's just had to go on mute there. I don't know what everybody thought of that. That's alright,
Quick call
mate.
from the wife.
Yeah.
She's just at Sainsbury's seeing if I wanted a pizza.
Does she even need to ask?
Exactly. Exactly.
Maybe need to trade that one in, mate, if she doesn't know the answer to that question.
She didn't ask me if I wanted beer though, so that's what she turned up with.
Yeah. It takes a while to train them.
Drink responsibly, people.
Yeah. So, predictions for the next race. Reverse grid. Yeah.
Well, I think someone like Apex, who perhaps didn't have the best result there, might really gain here. Starting.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting further up if he can make the passes. So not sure whether Mike's going to...
We're lined up for... Sky's going to be dropping into our emails, mate.
Yeah, my phone's melting. Natural talent.
Send the contract.
Absolutely. I reckon I could get a year off work, go and fly around with Sky F1. Okay, so Mike has ended that lobby as he sets up a new one. Have a look what's going on in the chat.
We've got Matt in the chat.
Matt in the chat.
Nice commentary, thanks very much. Apex is not a Group 4 player. Matt's saying he's much better in a Group 3.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, Scott and Bish do really well, and it's a shame about
Bish had a great drive there.
Yeah. Hopefully we can put together a decent clipped up version of the race from the replay and show all of the action. You tend to kind of stick with the leaders, don't you?
I'll leave that one to you, mate.
Yeah. Class racing. Wow, I think Tom's going to do that. It sounds like he's the expert.
Carbon Bish, I agree, Matt.
Get the champagne out. We've just
elevated.
Broke the 15 mark. Like and share, chaps. Take us to 20. Carbon Bish. So for those that don't know, if anybody's watching that doesn't race with MRL, Matt Karzak, who's in the chat, runs the league for us and gives everybody a license grade. Carbon for the quickest players, diamond next down, then gold, and then silver. I think what MRL have done for this particular race is taken drivers from each category, and I believe Trax have done something similar. Not just gone out and picked all their fastest players, which is great, and that's why me and Johnny aren't racing. Well, I know Nick's sat at home watching this, and he'll be absolutely itching.
He's probably on his steering wheel, sat there driving along with him.
He's on his iron prison in the middle of the ocean, banging the desk.
Sat with his helmet on.
Yeah.
Visor steaming up.
Right, let's see if the room's back up. There we go.
It is.
Sat here twiddling my thumbs. It's hard trying to commentate and run the camera.
So this one's longer, 30 minutes. So this is where strategy might come into it.
Yeah, and there's a mandatory
Well, it
pit
will
stop
come
as
into it
well.
more.
I
Between
think,
10 and 20 minutes.
yeah, and whether they start on the medium, start on the softs. I'd imagine runners near the front will probably start on the softs and try and get away. Maybe the guys at the back will go for the mediums. Use the toe to get the best out of the tyres. Here we are. So, again, we've got two very distinct liveries on the cars, one for MRL, one for Trax. Riding alongside Wolf Boys.
Who's made the livery, Shane, do you know?
Yeah, so James Hurst made the liveries for the MRL cars, I know that, both deliveries. They look fantastic, absolutely. Not sure who did the Trax one, but if there's anybody in the chat that knows, let us know.
I would have a guess, and it is a guess, but I'd have a guess at Adam Tabron.
Okay. Yeah, it's surprising not to see Adam in here, because I know when he used to race with MRL, he was ballistic. Maybe we'll see him in a future Team v Team event. Loads of leagues out there, and I know that Nick's been in conversations with a few of them. Maybe we'll even see a Team v Team league at some point. Yeah, Matt said that Adam makes the TTR livery, so appreciate that, Adam.
When I was racing in their league, he was kind of well up there with Lewis.
Okay. It sounds like the equivalent of carbon licenses in MRL. It'd be great to see some of these boys come across and race in the Monday night Group 300 mile series.
Yeah, the lobby for everyone.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the Trax livery. Again, going with the dark blue and orange. Anybody who's randomly picked the stream up with the racing groups, you can search Facebook for Medway Racing League if you want to have a look at what's going on with MRL, or join the league. And likewise with Trax, they're on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Trax Racing. I think they've got a website.
A heavy influence on sort of younger generation racing.
Yeah, I was reading.
To get into it, get them up. They've got some prizes and different things that they've run, and you can win sort of go-karting experiences, and they've got a competition where you can win a sim rig. There's some really good stuff going on over there.
Fantastic. What's really nice is to see two different leagues working together to put an event on like this. Oh, you're getting an invite to race there, Johnny.
Getting an invite.
Looks like MRL need a sub. Maybe we've got an injury.
I've got the car order, is it? I've probably got the car.
Once we've had a dropout. you'd be jumping in for Ted Trax, mate. So with the standard Subaru livery's dark blue anyway, so. Go for it.
Do a bit of multitasking. I'll stay in the chat.
Okay.
Probably talk a little bit less, but
Well, you can be eyes and ears on the track and maybe give you a little bit of coverage.
zero laps practice. So.
Go back to the YouTube chat. Following Mike round, who'll starting second from last, looking to work through the field quickly and not let Lewis Delamere come with him. Looks like he's just sussing out his braking lines. Now this Subaru WRX, when GT7 came out, was the dominant car. Everyone was in it. But it seems to have been nerfed since then, but from what I remember, it's a pretty nice handling car. So wasting no time in getting a penalty, Johnny Hastings out the pits.
Straight away. 3 seconds.
Start as you mean to go on.
Absolutely.
The Dark Knight.
Got some mega deep there.
There you go. Let's see what that penalty turns into. 4.5, well done. Hopefully they'll give you a few laps to get your bearings, mate. Maybe you've even just bagged yourself pole. Not sure who you're replacing. I'm sure we'll start wherever they're racing. Let's see if I can work this out. So we've got Spen, Crafty, Lewis, Chinny. Who are we missing? Tom. Who we lost, chat? Who's disappeared? So Apex is testing out the mediums. Tom putting in a fast lap, 2:16.5. This car's considerably quicker than the Group 4s, but not quite as easy to drive. And Lewis gone in a little bit quicker, but only by 0.4, where we were seeing him almost a second quicker. Definitely get drivers who suit different cars. Like Matt says, we should see Apex do well in this. Got to be one of the favourites.
I think so. I'm starting in a good position there.
But you know, if you're in a good position as well, mate, I wouldn't bet against you either. He's on a purple lap again. Very clean. Chinny in the pits. Johnny giving Mike some grief. Now let's see what these cars are like in the draft. Can you get alongside? Looks like you can. Spinning Wolf Boys. Feeling each other out. Can't park there, Wolf Boys. We're going to see a handbrake turn. Nice.
What would you do here then, Shane? Would you start left off or would you start on the medium?
Whatever I did would probably be the wrong thing. It depends.
I'm going to do the opposite.
Yeah. I think if I was starting first or second, I'd probably go on the softs. If I was further behind that, I'd probably start on the mediums, knowing that the boys in front are going to get away. But I had the potential to slow the others down. It's tricky though, because the run into this turn that we're looking Wolf head up to now, you've got to brake earlier, you're vulnerable to the overtake, aren't you? If we're starting near the back, again, what do? If you're confident in your ability, you know, we're seeing Lewis and Mike be incredibly quick. You know, do you want to start on the softs and just carve your way through? They've definitely got the ability to maybe go from first to last, but I think Apex will have something to say about that. I don't think we've seen the best of him in that first race.
He's used to being at the front. Like sometimes when he's in the pack, he does struggle. He's a very, very good and very clean driver. But sometimes you need to push, get your elbows out a little bit.
So let's have a quick run through and see what times people are doing. So we've got Lewis 0.6 ahead of Mike. Tom very, very close to Mike there. Back up in a position I would have expected him to be based on the pace he showed the other week. And we've got quite a big gap back to Steve. Now Steve's become very quick lately in MRL, so whether he's not used to the track, the car, maybe he's just put no effort in whatsoever for this race. Yeah. He's in the pits. Big gap back to Omen. Omen in fifth currently, 2.5 seconds off first place, so that's a sizable gap. Johnny, 6th. How's the car feeling? What's it handling like?
Feels quite understeery. Losing the fronts. They're good on the brakes, these. Okay.
At least with a car with a bit of sort of push understeer, it might open the door for people to go through if they can figure out how to get it to turn.
This is where you need brake balance to really help that.
Yeah. All the cars that are on track at the minute are running balance of performance with no tuning allowed, so you don't get the option to set the cars up. These are all identical.
It does make for better racing that way.
Yeah, it does.
Or fairer racing.
Yeah, and we've not got to worry about tyres really in this race, so having the option of brake balance is just good, isn't it, to, like you say, either to help the car turn or for tyre preservation. Everyone in the same boat. To a quarter of a second up on sector 1 time. I might just trying to figure out where you start by the looks of it. Just sort of drop out and the rest of the races. So Mike's just setting the reverse grid for us. I'm sure it won't be long until lights go green. Well, we had a rolling start last time. We'll see whether we've got grid start. Grid start always interesting here because turn 1's a very short run and it's very tight. Right, let's have a look at what everybody else is doing. A few people in the pits waiting. Apex goes purple in the pits. So looking like the field spread could be bigger here, but we're running reverse grid. So we're not going to see sort of reverse concertina effect. What we should see is as the cars bunch up, but there's always the potential for an incident, a bump, especially when you've got faster drivers coming through the pack. So they'll need to show respect to the slower drivers. They're as much right to be on track and take the racing line as anybody else.
Yeah, the reverse grid usually does make for interesting racing. Because the faster guys at the back have got to work even harder to get through, of course.
Apparently Kian, who you're replacing, was carbon diamond sort of level, so Trax taking a bit of a downgrade, putting Johnny in the car.
I'm on the payroll though, they're paying me well.
Nick suggesting that you start on wets. Not sure how well that will go. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. It would have been wow. Let's jump back and see what the settings are for this race actually. So what have we got? 30 minutes.
Yeah, that'd help me out because I don't know.
Preset weather. So we're yeah, bone dry all the way through, mate. 1 times speed, 3 times tyre wear, 1 times fuel consumption. Probably not going to need to refuel, just change tyres, so make sure you click that button. Medium soft required. Shortcut penalty weak. Pit lane cutting on, as you've already found out. Flag rules on.
So I think the softs are going to be good for about 8 laps, 9 laps.
I wonder if anybody's figured out where that crossover point is. But either way, you know, you've got a pit in that sort of middle third of the race between the 10 and 20 minutes. Like you say, it's do you go early or try and hang it out? What are you planning on doing then, strategy-wise? Have you decided?
I think that around the 8 lap mark is probably a good. That's going to be what, about 16, 17 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, a bit longer than that, isn't it? Probably a bit less than that, 2 minutes.
Watching Lewis. I hope he's called Lewis now. You told me he's called Lewis.
It's either Lewis or Louis.
Louis.
I think it's Lewis.
Lewis.
Sorry if it's not.
Definitely looks like the man to beat today. And we were saying earlier that people were a little bit closer to him. He's just gone a second quicker. That is a phenomenal lap.
A lot of people are just cruising at the minute by the looks of it. Just going to race and maybe aren't flat out right now.
You reckon they're sandbagging a little bit?
I think so.
So, looking at the strategies in the pits, Mike looks to be starting on the medium. Lewis soft, possibly. We've got Wolf Boys on the medium. CCFC on the medium. Vinny looks like he's going for the soft. Hopefully they get started soon because I'm busting for the loop. Oh no, Louis put the mediums on now. Hopefully everyone's on the tyres that they want. So we're looking at Spen. Spen is on lap 7 with about 25-30% wear on the mediums. So they won't quite do the whole race. I would guess, thinking about how the tyres seem to wear towards the end, you might get 15-16 laps out of those. Right, everybody on the line. Let's move forward. Omen, followed by Vinny, CCFC, fourth for Johnny, Chinny, Wolf Boys, Apex Spen. The lights come on. And we're off. Why don't we have a different view? Where's the... Why have we only got in-car views? Okay, I'm stuck in car. I can't go to the TV camera. So we're with CCFC now behind Hastings. Omen's got a little bit squirrely in the lead. Seems to be a bit of action back there. Apex being followed by Spen. I'm not sure why we've lost the TV camera, but we have. I'll see if I can go back and come back onto the replay. Hopefully it'll let me. There we go. So Omen followed by CCFC, Johnny Hastings, and Apex Magnet, Spen. We got Wolf Boys followed by Tom. Big gaggle there. How are the guys coming through the pack? Wolf Boys, Tom, Mike's in there. Who's behind Mike? Luke right in behind Mike. They're already up to 8th and 9th. Scott down in 11th. Bish 12th. Doing his best to catch up. Chinny 13th. Have we lost a driver? Seems to only have 13. Right, got a battle on at the front. CCFC in the lead. Looks like he's made his move on Omen. Omen getting the power down out of the first corner.
Got myself a 1 second penalty here, and I've got Apex all over me. He's going to come past it.
Looks like Omen's just about in the slip. Steve trying to break it, and he's just over the 3/4 of a second mark. There's the action. Apex slided up the inside of Johnny Hastings. Johnny not going to defend that. Tuck him behind Apex, not lose any time because he's got Spen breathing down his neck trying to get into that slipstream. Tom there in 6th place again, looking to try and get into the slipstream of Spen, but hunting him down we've got Lewis. So what's happened to Mike? Oh, Mike all the way down in 13th, so there's been a mistake somewhere. There's a almost 6 second gap he's got to make up there. He started on the mediums. So he'll be thinking about what he's going to do to pull this back now. CCFC stretching his legs up to a 1.6 second lead now. But he knows the quick boys are going to be coming back, and this is a long race. Omen being hunted down by Apex. He was probably out of position a little bit due to incidents in the first race, but we'll want to seize on that opportunity and take a win in this one. Definitely a Group 3 specialist. Not got to worry about the weather tonight, so he's not going to be putting the wrong tyres on. Back behind Apex is Sven, followed by Tom. Teammates, looks like Tom's running a little bit wide there. He's pulled it back. Johnny just dropped back down to 6th. He's got Louis right behind him. Are you going to fight this out, or are you going to try and follow him through? Teammate on teammate. This is very, very close. Last of the late breakers. Johnny's got the inside. Oh, Lewis squeezes him. That was close. He's been respectful. He's backed off. I think with every second that goes by, Louis can see this possibly slipping away. Although he's only 7 seconds off the lead, that is not a lot in a 30-minute race, especially where strategy comes into play. But we know that Johnny's a good racer, he's not going to let him by easily. So we're now looking at Scott. Scott's being chased by Chinny. That gap's coming down. Might not be long before Chinny's in the slip. So he's got a bit of room between him and Mike. So is this where we're starting to see a difference in the tyres? Chinny on the softs, Scott on the mediums. So Scott doing well there to maintain the gap on the harder tyre. Bish defending like a man possessed to Wolf Boys. Wolf Boys on the mediums, Bish on the mediums, Crafty on the mediums, and Mike. Mike caught that gap up, trying to find a way through. Using the whole of the track, he's going to go for the cutback here. Oh, he's oh, wow, save there by Wolf Boys. Mike now running side by side with Crafty. Crafty. Mike gonna do? Oh, Johnny's had a spin. Mike's using the cutback again. Now, does Mike want to lead into Eau Rouge? He's decided he's gonna, but he might be vulnerable into the next corner. I'm expecting him to stay on the inside, and he's going to make Crafty go around the outside. We'll stay with this battle for the time being. Crafty's not been able to get alongside Mike. He was across a little bit in the braking zone. I think that's all good. Now we're going to see him stretch his legs. He's almost half a second up. Wolf Boys running in a lonely 13th at the moment on the mediums. Some work to do to bring us back to the front. So Steve on the softs, over 3.5 seconds in the lead, doing everything right to get a good result in this race. We're on lap 4, about 25% of those front tyres gone. It looks like it's going to be the front left that fails first. How are the other soft runners doing? Are they able to save their tyres? So Apex, 3.5 second gap, he's on the mediums. That is very good pace. Unbelievable pace on the medium. He's going to have the tyre to fight through. Will we see Steve pit early, try and maintain track position? The gap's not changing, he is flying on that medium tyre. Omen sticking with him. We talked earlier about Omen having good pace, and he's shown it in this race. Sven creeping up behind him. If we look at the track map up in the top right hand corner, this is the beauty of a reverse grid. Nobody is really getting away. People have made the decisions on tyres. Nobody really knows what position they are, and we're going to have to wait and see how this all plays out. Almost 10 minutes into the race. Pit window will be open. Let's get a message ready in the chat to help Mike out. And we're nearly there. Alright, pit windows open. People can start to pit. So will we see anybody coming early? This is looking like potentially a 15 lap race. Omen's on the soft, getting close to 50% wear. CCFC managing his tyres a little better than Omen. So how the other soft runners are doing. Johnny Hastings somewhere similar. What are you thinking? 7 laps, 8 laps?
Yeah, I think we're
Chinny at about 50% there. That seems to be very different tyre wear amongst the medium runners. Lewis up into 5th now. Hunting down Spen. Is Spen going to play the team game? Looking at the pace he is, he's moving over. Looking at the pace of Louis, I would think he'll be on Omen's tail and passed very quickly. That's good racing by Spen, losing as little time as possible. Okay. Scott getting rid of those mediums. He's going to have to make those soft laps. What, 9 laps?
Ooh, I think they will, but it's
checking on Scott. He's going to give himself track position. Maybe looking to make some time back. Mike also in the pits. Both of those hoping to make those tyres last and that they don't lose a significant amount of time in the last part of this stint. So CCFC is still out there. He's extended his gap a little bit on Apex, but only by 0.2 since we last saw him. Apex still showing absolutely amazing pace on those mediums. Louis now only 4 seconds behind him, and bringing that down also on the medium is exactly the same tyre wear. I think the race is on, and it could come down to the undercut possibly. Are we going to see Apex or Louis pit on this lap? Both of them flying. Steve doing a really good job on the softs to maintain track position. He'll be taking those as long as he can, and he's going to be the indicator of really when these other guys should pit. If we're thinking it's possibly a 15 lap race, lighter fuel level, I think now might be the lap to go in and stick the softs on.
I'm going to do the opposite.
Okay, well CCFC's gone for another lap on the softs. He needs to take these as far as he can. I think he's probably got another... Oh, looking at them, he could have another 3 laps, I think. So maybe Mike and Scott have done the right thing. So Louis stayed out, so has Apex. Spen in 4th. Johnny there in 5th. keep going on these soft tyres as long as they can.
I see a lot of activity, I think this is a lot.
So it looks like we've seen a few pit stops now. We've got a few people spread out. Tom right on the back of Omen there. Some fantastic racing.
Got the other flag.
Right, so nobody makes an overtake and gets a penalty. Who's off? Oh, Steve! What's he done? He's made a mistake. It looked like he was on for an amazing result. He's gone from 3.8 ahead to 3.4 seconds behind. He's lost nearly 8 seconds in that incident. Move back up the front. Yeah, so Apex 2.5 seconds in the lead from Lewis. Both of them going to be thinking about what they do. Looks like Lewis has got the pace to possibly get past Apex. He's got to catch him first. Fantastic drive from Lewis to come from last to second, and he's in the pits. Remember 4.3, that's the gap between Apex and Lewis as they pitted. Lewis will come out potentially in traffic. We'll see what happens. Spen now picking up second and Johnny up at third.
I know I said that this is probably the lap.
You don't seem to be losing too much pace there. You just got into the 218s.
That was my thinking.
Spen's been running mid 218s, 219s. Here we go, let's watch. Side by side, two TTR teammates giving each other space. Great racing. Spen on the mediums, Johnny's still on the softs, although it looks from the times like we're getting to that crossover point. Oh, Johnny picking up a penalty. Looks like now's the time to get rid of those softs. I think Mike and Scott may have gone a little prematurely, but we'll wait and see. See how Bish is getting on. Bish running the mediums. Coming towards the end of the pit window. 2.5 minutes to go. We'll put a 60-second. What are we doing? 2:19 lap time. So let's put a message up now. Make sure people know. At least then people will, then the ones that are coming up to the line are not going to get around again for another lap if they don't pit now. Apex in, Spen in, Johnny Hastings in, Bish in. So we're going to see that gaggle of cars behind start to close the gap. Omen in. Lots of people left it to the very end. There's Lewis. Sorry. Crossing the line. Where's Apex going to come out? Remember the gap was 4.3. Apex still in the pits. Let's jump forward. Has he done it? Has he done it? Oh, Apex is exiting the pit lane. This is going to be incredibly tight, but Lewis is going to have the run. I think he's done it. Oh, he has. And Apex is out of the toe. But Scott's right there with him. And he's got the run. He's got the run. Ah, no, he's been respectful. He's held back. There's Mike. Mike and Scott both made so much ground by pitting early, but they're going to pay. Yeah, they're going to be defending for their lives, I think. So,
3-second penalty. Not good on the pit exit.
Apex not pulling away from Scott, maybe needing the tyres to warm up a little bit. It looks like Lewis has potentially got this race in the bag. Just needs to keep putting them qualifying laps in, and I think we're going to see a double win. Already 2.3 ahead. So we'll watch the Scott and Apex battle for a little bit. MRL teammates. Mike closing the gap. Will Scott want to try and move, knowing that his tyres are going to go off later in the race? Or is he happy sitting in the toe of Apex, gaining a few extra tenths a lap? It looks like Apex might be slowing Scott down at the minute, so Scott may want to think about making a move. So we're watching Tom and CCFC. CCFC who doing fantastically well at the start of the race. Sort of made a mistake and he's now dropped down to 6th. Tom on the softs, CCFC on the mediums. He's going to struggle to close that gap down. He needs to hope that some of the boys in front suffer with the tyre wear later on. We see the medium tyre come back. Now on the medium as well, being hunted down by Spen on the softs. Looking to return the favour that we saw Johnny put on him earlier in the race. Johnny going defensive. Spen will be able to brake a little bit later, carry a bit more corner speed. Close, but not this time. Chinny in on the action as well. Great battle here. Nothing changed up front as yet, so we'll focus on these boys for a little bit. Spen really looking to get past Johnny. Johnny doing his absolute best on the mediums to keep him behind. Oh, Spen, he's took himself wide. He's going to be vulnerable to Chinny. Chinny's sending it up the inside. Spen will be kicking himself for that. Bish in 9th. A lonely drive there. He's on the optimum tyre now though, so he should be making up ground. Both boys also on the soft. Looks like he went early with the pit stop, so we'll probably see him suffering a little bit later on as well. Crafty. Ah, yes. Ginny has, we missed that. Possibly. Omen is now closing on Chinny, but he's on the mediums. Chinny also on the mediums, so it could be a bit of a race there. Let's have a look on the track map. Yeah, looks like we're still running away with this. He's got the gap up now to 3 seconds. Apex with the slightly better tyres. Purple in sector 1. It actually seems to be matching Lewis for times. gap staying around the 3-second mark. We'll be able to pull some back a little bit later on in the race, we'll wait and see. Scott also still in the hunt, only 2.5 seconds, yeah, he's up into third, so got the potential to bag good points for MRL. But he's got Mike right on his tail. Remember, both these boys pitted early, so we're already seeing pretty severe tyre wear on both of them, almost 50% wear, but we've only got 5 minutes left to go, so maybe they got it spot on.
Crossover between 2 and 3 laps. Could be 3. Could be crossing 4 if we do have to go out again.
Yeah, and what we saw from drivers, the tyres seem to go off with about 10% left, so they're not going to go all the way down to the bottom, that's for sure. Right, still looking to try and make a move on Scott. Scott defending really well. Tom, a little bit out on his own, 3.5 seconds to Mike ahead of him, 5.5 seconds back to Steve. And then we're looking at Spen and Johnny having a great battle there. Spen still pushing to get past Johnny, take advantage of the soft tyres. Looks like he's close enough. We've got a crash somewhere. Oh, not a great rejoin. We've got damage for Johnny and damage for Spen. Wasn't a brilliant rejoin there.
Gonna help.
Yeah, difficult in the heat at the moment when he was having such a good race to begin with. He'll be annoyed at himself for that. Very, very close here. Wolf boys on the softs, starting to close the gap, and Crafty bringing himself back into this pack after that mistake earlier on. Showing great patience. It's easy sometimes when you've made a mistake to start over driving. All these boys want to score well, take maximum points for their team. CCFC looking to see what he can salvage from this race after running up front, doing so well at the start. And if field this good where it's reverse grid, a small mistake, and then you can drop right the way back through the field. Oman bringing up the rear on the mediums, looking to pick up anything he can. Let's go back with our race leader and do an onboard lap, and he can show us how it's done. We might have picked a good lap here to go on board. On purple through sector 1, using the full width of the track. Trail braking into the corner, keeping it tight, smooth on the power on the exit, and using the full width of the track. Absolute confidence. It's a lot of skill to be able to drive a car around here like this, making it look easy. watching this, taking note of the lines and the throttle and brake application. Continues to open that gap up to 4.5 seconds now from Apex Magnet. See John White now up into third. I think Lewis is going to get a victory lap. There's Apex over the line, Mike in third, followed by Scott, and Tom with a great drive back to fifth. Oh, and this is a tight pack. I don't think there's going to be any overtakes through this last game. Got Johnny, followed by Bish, Spen, and Wolf Boys. Superb racing. CCFC, Chinny and Omen in a drag race for the line. Chinny's got it. Crafty bringing it in 13th. What a superb race. I hope everybody's enjoyed watching that. There's some brilliant races throughout the field. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. So what we're interested in is probably Scott and Mike's tyres. They looks like they got it absolutely bang on, going on to the soft early. I didn't think they'd last, but they did, and that's pulled them both right the way back up. Especially Mike, who, if you remember at the start, must have had that off and was what 4 seconds off the back of the field. So to come back to third, only 12 seconds off the leader, that's a great drive. Tom as well, really good drive there, right on the back of Scott at the end. Johnny bring it home in 6th after being substituted last minute. I haven't done any practice.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll be pleased with that.
With the 3 second penalty on the pit exit, so you don't practice it.
Yeah. Do you think you should have gone earlier with the tyres, or?
Yeah, probably one lap. I think I was 1 lap too long.
Yeah. Maybe 15-second gap to Tom.
Maybe with the 3 second. The problem was that I didn't have a tyre. I think there was people bunching up, weren't there? Got a bit split up.
Spen doing well. I believe that's all the races done for this Team v Team event.
I'm sure there will be more.
Absolutely. Good format.
Take some feedback from the drivers and see how we can improve it.
Absolutely. Like I say, hopefully we'll get other leagues involved and we'll see more of this. Right, make sure I save the replay. Right, cheers for watching everybody, hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Cheers Nick and Tom for arranging it, for Adam and James for doing the liveries for the cars. Hopefully it won't be too long and we can do another one of these.
That's it. Shout out to both the teams, Medway Racing League on Facebook, check them out. Trax Racing. Racing for everyone, all skill levels, different distances, different cars.
Tuning, non-tuning. Yeah, like I say, something for everybody. And I guess finally, a shout out to all the drivers that have took part tonight.
You're welcome.
Very clean racing all the way through the field, very respectful. Yeah, great watch. And cheers for joining me in the commentary box, Johnny.
No problem, mate. Anytime. I'll send you the invoice.
No worries. Right, we'll leave it at that. Catch you later.